Hey, good morning, gang, and welcome to Bald Eagle Fishing Adventures. And back out here at Portuguese Beach today. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, absolutely just gorgeous. And it's just the day before the big storms are starting to show up. So we're going to find out what happens for today. So it's about 7:30 this morning, 7:45. Low tide was at 7:15. So fishing the full upcoming tide. And Today is a very specific video on how to catch these striped perch. And I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I've been out here over the course of this last week and a half, 2 weeks, probably 4 or 5 times. Some of them I didn't even make any videos from it because I'm just learning more and more and more about these striped perch. And I think at this point, I've got it pretty much dialed down so I can share it with you guys to make your time out here, if that is something that you want to chase, hopefully a lot more successful. So some things I learned, some things that I came across, some things I already did know about as time has been going on. So anyways, again, out here at Portuguese Beach, I'm going to show you exactly the area I'm fishing, exactly what you kind of want to look for when you're hunting these striped perch. They're definitely different than red tail. They're definitely different than barred. You're gonna find those more in very sandy areas, sandy beaches. This is more of a rock type style perch. They feed right on the edges of the rocks, but there's areas where you can cast so you're not getting all tangled up, you're not losing a bunch of gear, and that is a lot of things that I want to at least go over with you guys today so you have the best success possible. And guys, I sure would really appreciate if you find this informative, if you find that this is entertaining and something that is inspired you to maybe give shore fishing a try, please hit that subscribe and please hit that like button. I certainly appreciate it. I know my wife does too. And I want to be able to keep bringing you guys some great content on this how-to. Even though I'm stumbling through some of it, I'm doing my best to learn every little in and out. So when I bring you a video, you can hit the ground running. Anyways, let's get started, and I'll see you down at the fishing ground, guys. See you out there. Bye. All right, guys. So here at this area, there's my truck right up there that where I was taking the video. So you can see not very far off the parking lot. And this is the area right here. Again, low tide. So, and actually I think it's really a great idea if you're going to do this kind of fishing to come at the very low tide so you can kind of get an idea of the landscape. So these perch, they're going to be feeding right out here along these edges of these rocks right here and those right out there. So this little bay right in here is awesome. This is where you want to be throwing your gear. And that's where the perch are going to be traveling. They're going to travel over to those rocks, these here. But you don't necessarily want to cast and put your gear right along these edges because you're going to get snagged up every time. Even out here, there's still some rocks as well, but not as many. So you're going to get some snags, but this will be a better choice for hooking up. So, and really important too, just use one hook. If you put two hooks, there's a good chance you're just going to get more and more snags. So one hook, that tends to be the best. And size 4 seems to be one of the best sizes for these type of perch. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, guys, so the setup I have here is I have a 3-ounce weight. Ran out of spark plug, so 3-ounce weight on here, torpedo with 50-pound mono. And the reason I'm going with 50-pound mono is because you are going to rub on rocks out here and it will fray this line. And I was using 30-pound before and I was breaking it off almost on every other cast. So hopefully the 50-pound will take a little more abrasion. When I bring my line up, I like to run my hands along the line and see if I feel a lot of burrs on it. If you do after several casts, maybe look at replacing it. So that's my go-to on that. Then I have a size 4-odd hook, or a size 4 hook, pardon me. Size 4, not a 4-odd, but a 4. Size 4, small hook. with a piece of pileworm on there, sandworm. I've tried the artificial several times, several different kinds of instances, and the perch would not take the artificial. They wanted the real thing. So this is an actual real piece of pileworm. Anyways, and I picked up a dozen of them. So at Bodega Tackle, they've got all kinds of live bait there. So Bodega Tackle for live bait, phenomenal. Anyways, so there's the pileworms. Now we're gonna, and this 50-pound leader mono is attached to 65-pound braid with a swivel. So that's what my go-to is on here. So let's get this thing out there and see if we can find a bite. So I'm looking at casting right around in that pool area there. That'll work. All right. And we got our first fish already on. That's pretty good. And a nice little fish. It's not no monster by no stretch, but good enough. Beautiful little fish. Not too bad. I'll take that. There'll be some nice meat off of there. Make up some nice fish tacos. Now, one thing that I like to do is take my scissors, and in my opinion, this is one of the most prettiest perch out there. The colors on it are just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Pretty. Very nice. So what I'm going to do is take my scissors, go right up inside the gill area here and just give a little snip. And you're allowed 10 of these. So there we go. Perfect. Just let it bleed out a little bit. Throw it on a little bit of ice there and we're good. On to the next one. And one thing too, after you've had your bait sitting for a few minutes, if you're not getting bit, you can, like I just casted there, and there's not a whole lot kind of you should be getting bit fairly quick. And if not, you might want to just kind of bounce towards you and do a little bounce and reel, and then just pause and wait. So like I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to pick this up, just give a little pull like so. That's it. And just let it sit there and wait again. And sometimes that's enough to trigger a bite too. All right, guys, we're on. It's been a while, so I'm glad to have another fish on at least, because it's been a bit. Yeah, feels like a good one too. Looks like a good one. Well, let's see if we can keep it on. Add to our collection. Yeah, it's not a monster, but I'll take it. It's a little bit slow. I'm thinking the full moon might have had a little something to do with all that too. But, yep. Just got to have some patience. But, nice. All right. There we go. Bleed them out. Perfect. Back on again. Wow. They're coming in droves now. Yeah, boy. Here we go. All right. Very nice. you'll see the three, they're cookie cutters. They're probably around 10 to 11 inches. Average, yeah. I had one a week ago. That thing was huge. It had to be 15, 16 inches. And I think the record on these are 17. This thing was, I mean, it was that big. It was a slab. It was awesome. Now, have a great one, my friend. Thank you for what you do, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, guys. Wow, what an awesome, awesome day. It was, I had to put the time in. I fished from about probably at 8 a.m. It was right around 8 a.m. when I got started. Maybe even a little bit after, but I'd say about 8 a.m. till about 1, and which was high tide. 1 o'clock was high tide. 7:15 was low tide, somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyways, was hoping for a full limit, but you know what? I ended up with half limit. Got 5 beauties right here. I'm going to show it to you, and very happy with that. And I'm going to be filleting these things up and cooking them up. So I'll have a segment on the cooking thing here pretty soon. But anyways, I'm going to process these. Come on. There we go. Hey, gang, really appreciate all of you. And again, if you enjoyed the video, found it informational and entertaining, please hit that subscribe and like button. I sure appreciate it, and I appreciate the support.